Welcome to the Amnayalife podcast. Today we will talk about the frustration of feeling your real personality disappear when you speak English, the experience of sounding flat, fake, or not yourself in another language. I'm your host, Jack Smith, and I'm here with Cho Mei-ling, who has an incredible story to share about her English learning journey. Mei-ling, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jack. Honestly, this topic is so close to my heart. I used to love making people laugh and telling stories in Chinese, but the minute I spoke English, I felt like a totally different person, awkward, serious, and not myself at all.
That's such a powerful thing. I hear from so many Taiwanese learners that speaking English sometimes feels like putting on a mask. Why do you think language has this power to change how we feel about our own identity?
I think it's because in Chinese, I know how to use humor, timing, the right words. When I switched to English, I lost all those tiny pieces of myself. I became super careful. I'd focus so hard on grammar and pronunciation that I had no energy to be me. And people didn't respond to me in the same way. So it reinforced that I was just boring in English.
That's so true. What I notice in Taiwan is that this double personality can be lonely. When you're with friends in your native language, you're alive, but in English, there's this tight filter that blocks all your color.
Exactly. My friends who saw me in both languages would sometimes say, "Why are you so quiet in English?" It made me feel like my true self was getting lost, and that hurt more than making any grammar mistake.
I think for a lot of listeners, it's not just about speaking correctly, but about losing connection with who you really are. And that can become a much deeper block.
Yes, it made me avoid situations where I'd have to speak English just because I missed the feeling of being heard and seen.
Before we dive deeper into Mei-ling's story, I want to let you know if you're struggling with the same challenges we're talking about today, there's a free class I've created that breaks down the real reasons blocking your English fluency. You can find the link in the episode description. It's going to show you exactly how to remove these blocks. Okay, Mei-ling, let's get into your story.
Sounds good, Jack. So, my story goes back to when I was studying abroad in Toronto. In Chinese, I was the one who organized parties, made jokes, and even did a little stand-up at friends' birthdays. But in English, I became this shy, quiet girl. I remember one night, I was at a party with my international classmates. Everyone was sharing funny stories. I rehearsed a joke in my head 3 times, but when I tried to say it, I mixed up the punchline and nobody laughed. People just smiled politely and moved on. I felt so embarrassed. After that, I only spoke when absolutely necessary.
That must have been really hard. It's like your whole self shrinks in those moments.
Yes, completely. I started to dread group situations. At coffee shops or in class, I'd want to join the conversation, but couldn't find the right words. I felt dull compared to how I am in Chinese. Even my body language changed, more tense, less expressive.
What's interesting about that is the fear of losing your personality can sometimes become even bigger than the fear of making language mistakes. It almost feels like giving up a part of yourself.
Absolutely. I felt like the relationships I made in English were shallow. People saw me as the quiet Asian girl, not as the real silly Mei-ling. Even my laughter sounded hesitant. One day I remember thinking, if this is who I am in English, maybe I just don't fit in here.
That's such a painful realization. I see this so often. Learners pull back not just from language, but from connection itself because it feels pointless to show up as someone you're not.
Yes, that's when I started feeling isolated, even though I was surrounded by people. I just missed the feeling of being me.
Did you ever try to force yourself to be more expressive, or did it feel impossible?
I did try sometimes, but it felt unnatural and exhausting. I became obsessed with sounding natural, but the harder I tried, the more robotic I sounded. Inside, my thoughts were, don't sound weird, don't be too loud, don't make mistakes. It was all pressure and zero fun.
I think what's really happening there is code switching fatigue. You keep editing your own personality, hoping to fit in, but it ends up hiding your authenticity instead.
Exactly. I was scared people wouldn't like the real me, so I just turned invisible instead.
Was there a moment when you realized something had to change?
Yes, actually. One evening, my Canadian friend, Sophie, asked, "Mei-ling, why are you so funny in Chinese, but so quiet in English?" I almost cried. But then we started talking honestly, and she told me something that changed me. She said, "Your English is fine. Stop worrying about impressing us. Tell your stories your way, mistakes and all." We want to know you. That's when I realized my fear was about authenticity, not language.
That's a big turning point, letting go of needing to be a perfect English version and just being yourself.
Yes, I started small. Instead of rehearsing jokes, I just responded to things naturally, even if it was with simple words. I brought up silly topics I loved, like food fails and awkward moments. The more I showed my real personality, the more people responded. My English wasn't perfect, but my personality finally started coming back.
That's so powerful. I see this a lot. The more honest and present you become, the less you worry about sounding perfect, and the easier it is to connect.
Exactly. It was still scary sometimes, but it felt exciting instead of fake.
If you could go back, would you approach things differently?
Definitely. I wouldn't try so hard to act like a foreigner or speak with an accent. I'd accept my own style. I'd remember that it's okay to tell simple jokes, to laugh at myself, and to let people see the real me.
That's right. For anyone listening who feels like they become someone else in English, what are 3 specific steps they can try to bring their authentic self into English conversations?
First, use stories from your own life, even if your English is simple. Don't be afraid of mistakes. People love real stories and emotion.
That's great because it shifts the focus from how you sound to what you're sharing. It's humanizing.
Second, find a safe space to practice being expressive, maybe with one trusted friend, or even by recording yourself telling a joke or story and playing it back.
That's smart. It trains both your language and your confidence in showing emotion.
Third, celebrate every time you share your opinion or make someone smile in English. No matter how small, notice those real me moments and give yourself credit.
That's about rewiring your brain to associate English with self-expression, not just survival or correctness.
Yes, the more you do it, the more you feel like yourself, even in a new language.
Mei-Ling, your journey is proof that your true personality isn't lost. It's just waiting for permission to show up in English, imperfections and all.
Thank you, Jack. I want everyone to know you don't need to become a different person in English. Just bring your real self. People want that.
Imagine a world where language is a bridge, not a barrier to authenticity.
That's my dream for all of us, to feel free to show up as ourselves no matter what language we use.
Even if your words aren't perfect, your story and heart always matter.
Exactly. Start small, but keep showing up. You'll be amazed at what comes back to you.
Mei-Ling, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story with us. I know our listeners are going to find so much value in what you've shared.
Thank you for having me, Jack. I hope my experience helps someone out there.
I'm sure it will. And to everyone listening, if you want to discover the real reasons that are blocking you from speaking English fluently, click the link in this episode to watch a free class that will show you how to remove these blocks.